All right. Man, that was loud. What up, though, everybody? What's going on? Welcome back to. Okay. All right. So my audio works. Had to turn it down a little bit. Make sure that that's the right lighting. I've got the live stream pulled up for when the Detroit Lions go live. It's not set up yet. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All right. Lions got the victory today. We're going to get right into video mode. I got some things that I need to say. I don't think you guys are going to like it. I don't think you're going to like it, but I want to get this out the way before they get on in front of the podium. Also, I was supposed to be in Cincinnati today, but I suffer from a condition that sometimes keeps me incapacitated for a little while, and I was unable to go this morning. Same day games are hard for me, but next week I will be in Kansas City. I've already got my hotel booked. I'll be driving, so I just got to secure my ticket. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Okay. All right. Hold on. All right, just let me know when you get here. Okay. All right. Nope. John says crash out warning. Not going to crash out. I did crash out during the stream, but I'm not going to crash out. So if I can't see you, I'm actually going to be doing the video now. Okay. Let me go back to my main recording hub, and here we go. 3, 2, 1. The Detroit Lions got an ugly win today, but a win nonetheless. Put up 37 points on the horrid Cincinnati Bengals, and it was a lot of points left on the board. Dan Campbell's not going to be happy with this game. He's going to be happy with the win, but another week in a row, there's a lot that the Lions need to clean up, and it was a very, very, very ugly game. And you know what? I got to start over, because my wife is on her way home and I got to help her in. So we'll get back to that. But let me bring out the chat. Don't you hate when you got a good take? And she told me she was on her way home. She bringing some food. Royce in the building. We got Patrick. What's up, 85? So here's a couple things that I learned today. Let's do glass half full, right? Taylor Decker, necessity. Got to have him. I'm a criticized coach. It was one thing he did I didn't like. I didn't like it, and I think it could have cost us. It could have ruined our season. You don't put Giovanni Manu on the blind side. His name is Giovanni Manure. That is his name. I know it's mean. I know it's mean, but we fans. And fans are supposed to be mean and nasty. You know what I'm saying? Giovanni, you don't put the dude on the blind side. You just don't do it. This is essentially his first start. You going up against Trey Hendrickson. You don't put him on the blind side, bro. That's the only issue I got with Dan Campbell this game. You can't do it. Put Penei Sewell over there. Let Jared Goff know where the danger's. I am the danger. Let him know where the danger coming from, bruh. Jared Goff took a hard hit and an unnecessary hit. Manu was terrible. He was extremely bad. I'm going to tell you something else, too. You know me, and I like to nitpick and criticize Brad Holmes. Ain't looking too good right now, is it? And the pick ain't look. Yeah, it's early. It's early. But right now, it ain't looking too good. That's all I'm saying. But we'll see how it pan out. Get back, Joe, in the building. What up, though? Shout out to the Lions Syndicate Cancer Cares hoodie. This mug is warm, and you can get yours today at fandrivenbrand.com. I'm trying to stall until my wife comes home so I can help her with this food. And she would have got home right when I'm in the middle of my recording. I would have had to get up anyway. Maneuver to none. Did you see when he blocked and Trey came and was like, wait a minute? He was so... Giovanni went right and Trey was on the left. Like, what is we doing? He got sacked a couple of times. Manu got to get back to the gym. Trey need to leave back to Detroit with us. Absolutely. Giovanni non-maneuverable. That's not bad either. I like maneuver better, but this is an interconference game, near tough as enough as a divisional game, ugly win, but a great win, 13 points. Okay, so Steve, I hear you, bro. But I don't care if you intergalactic. If you the 32 ranked offense in the National Football League, you should not have a problem with this team. You the 32 ranked offense. Their defense is bottom third in almost everything. Intergalactic, it does not matter, bro. This was a disgrace. But, so I listen, Terrion Arnold, okay? And here's what I was going to say during my recording. If I'm coach, you know what I'm telling Terrion? Listen, you can keep the commercials because you done signed a contract, but I want you off social media. I turn into Mike Tomlin I want you off social media. I want your YouTube channel. You don't make a single video until you go a game with a pick, or you need a game with a pick and or no PI calls, not a single penalty, and then you can have your YouTube channel back. You get your butt off TikTok until you give me something. In order to get something, you got to get something. You got to get your butt off of all social media until you actually play. Like when, okay, let me ask y'all a question. Here's the crash out. Let me ask y'all a question. If Dan Campbell was a whack head coach, I'm getting hot. Do you think he would be in an Applebee's commercial? What is Terrion Arnold doing in any commercial? You the worst cornerback in the National Football League who calls yourself a starter, and you in a commercial, you get your butt on the sideline, bro. If I'm Dan Campbell, I'm pulling him in. I'm checking on you. All right? How's the shoulder? Okay, we got to have a conversation. I want you off everything. You got a podcast called Close on Sunday. Stop the cap. Stop. My wife here. I'll be back. Stop the cap. Okay. On my glasses. Y'all know I ain't lying. Hey, you know I ain't lying though, right? Hey, am I lying though? And I think that's fair. I think it's fair. You tell Terrion, you get your butt off social media. I want the YouTube channel. You don't make a single video. And every time you play a game and you don't get a penalty, okay, then I give you something back. You want your TikTok channel back? You get a penalty. Give me a pick or play a clean game. They are picking on him. It's obvious. Sometimes he deserves it. Sometimes he don't. Right? All right. So I got the live pulled up. I had to run upstairs. That's why I'm out of breath. Again, I'll be gone next week. All right. So far, the stream is not set up yet, but I'm waiting on it. All right. Let's get into it. So the Detroit Lions moved to 4-1 and are tied for first place in the NFC conference. They're up there with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to the Denver Broncos today, and did us a solid. So the Detroit Lions, after dropping their first game, moved to 4-1 after winning 4 in a row. And I got to say this off the top. John Morton, greater than Benedict the Snake Johnson. I like what he cute, but not too cute. Okay. So the Lions played a nasty game. Should have been a lot bigger blowout than it was. There's no reason. The Lions did what they did of old. They played down to their competition. Didn't help that we had essentially a rookie at left tackle. The only critique I have of Dan Campbell today is why put that dude on the blind side. He was miserable. He is worse than what you expect in your first game. All right. He's not a rookie, but essentially a rookie. Terrible. Could have cost us the season. Jared Goff, clean sack. Could have cost us the season. Shout out to JG for being a warrior, getting up there and finishing the game. But the Detroit Lions moved to 4-1 and on top of the world right now. A lot of stuff to clean up, and y'all know what I'm going to talk about. You know what I'm going to talk about. But before I talk about that, let's talk about Terrion Arnold. Now, before I start recording this video, I had a rant, and that rant is about Terrion. Terrion Arnold, I'm going to need you to get off social media. If I'm Dan Campbell, I'm shutting down all his social media accounts. You got the audacity to have a podcast called Closed on Sundays, and you always open, bro. What are we talking about? The refs are going to start the game with the flag in their hand waiting on Terrion. Now, you could say some of the calls was questionable. It doesn't matter. He is now a target of the NFL. So, Terrion, you get a pick. I give you a TikTok back. You play a clean game. You can post on YouTube. And why the heck are you in commercials, bro? Why are you in commercials? I don't care if they local. Get your butt. You too focused on everything else. You too focused on everything else, bro. So if I'm Dan Campbell, I'm yanking off. I ain't gonna mess with the bag now. The bag, he can keep the bag. He probably signed a contract. I ain't gonna hurt him. But you ain't gonna see you're not, if Dan Campbell was the worst coach in the NFL, which he was from 2021 to the middle of 22, he was the worst coach record-wise in the National Football League. And guess what? Win percentage-wise, he's the best since the middle of 2022. Do you think Dan Campbell would be in commercials if he was whack? No, he would not. He would not. I don't care if they cure auto or whatever they are. You get your butt on the sideline. You focus on the game, bro. That's just me. You can let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. Every game took away a fumble. And listen, Aiden worked he worked his tail off. He worked his behind off. And you took both of the penalties were taken away. But the safety, and we wind up getting the safety after all. How about that? But the safety of a guy that came back from a season-ending injury, a guy that, don't even get me started, is still our only threat at sacking the quarterback, and you take it away because you're being goofy, because you're too worried about TikTok. Get off TikTok. You earn everything. See, that's the thing. The Lions, they don't give anything. You got to earn it. I feel like Terrion was giving it. I feel like he was giving it. But that's just me, though. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's take a look as we wait on the post-game presser from Dan Campbell. Take a look at the stats. This was a much closer game than it needed to be. The Lions left a bunch of points on the game. Jake Browning he was wrapping the football up and giving it away to the Detroit Lions. All right. First downs, 23 for the Lions, 21 for the Cincinnati Bengals. Rushing first downs. It was a miserable day for both teams. We could not run the ball, neither could they. Passing first downs, 15-12. Rushing 7-4. First downs for penalties. Lions played a decent game, man. 1-5 for the Bengals. First downs from penalties, or third down efficiency, 2 for 8. Again, we got some work to do on third down. Bengals 4 for 11. Fourth down, we did not go for it on fourth down, neither did they. Total plays, 61-58. Total yards. Our defense took a hit this game. It will go down. It can't help it. 365 yards for us, 322 for them. Total drives, 12 apiece. Yards per play, 6 to 5.6. Passing, they were 10 under us. This is unacceptable, guys. This team on offense was ranked bottom 3 in passing the football. This is unacceptable. Now, you can say that our cornerbacks went down, which is what they always do. You know, I can't even be mad at Brad Holmes at this point because the cornerback room just completely just gets annihilated year after year after year, right? I still think we need a pass rush, but we don't have to go. We were pulling up everybody and expect some moves to be made, especially depends on what happens with Terrion Arnold. Shout out to Rock Ya-Sin. He was out there balling as well. Then we have completion attempts. Jared Goff only missed 4 passes. Right now, I think he has the best completion rate in the National Football League. And Browning, 26 for 40. Yards per pass, 8.8 to 5.6. Interceptions thrown. Jared Goff, a clean game. And this dude now has 3 more interceptions added to his season high. Sacks lost. The Detroit Lions were sacked. Jared Goff was sacked 4 times, 2 by Trey Hendrickson. The Lions got 2. This is, and listen, you know I got to do it because all of y'all was giddy. Y'all was excited after we sacked Lamar 7 times, which is the exception, not the rule. And now we got a miserable 2. And one was by our elite pass rusher, and the other one was from a blitzing linebacker who was unblocked, by the way, who we are not going to be able to do that when we play an actual good team. The Bengals are not a good team. Y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna get it one day. Rushing, we had 118 yards to 85. Jahmyr Gibbs had a very quiet day. Rushing attempts. This is what I like, though. I like that we leaned on the rush. Even though it wasn't working, we still had more rushing attempts than we did passing attempts. And that's the way I like it to be. I like John Morton, man. 16 for the Cincinnati Bengals. Yards per rush, 3.6 to 5.3. So our run defense took a hit. Red zone, we were perfect. only missing the one. So we went 4 for 4. I think we went 5 for 5 and then slipped up. 2 for 2 for the Cincinnati Bengals. Penalties, 8 for 56 yards and 6 for 30 for them. Turnovers, we had the fumble that I thought was a whack call. It really was. To me, Jared Goff's hand was going forward, but they had the 3 turnovers. And then time of possession, we had them by about 3 minutes. So again, as we wait on Dan Campbell to take the podium, it's a lot to nitpick in this game. It really is. We got the win. A win is a win. Ugly, but we got it. But there's a lot to clean up. And don't make no mistake, the Cincinnati Bengals are a bad football team. They are a bad football team. We play a pretty decent one next week. We're going to see if they're good or not. The Baltimore Ravens, turns out they're not such a good football team, right? What's going to happen when we go against a good football team? We see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2 weeks. Is that a good football team? We'll find out, right? They got the same record that we do at the top of the NFL and the NFC. So we'll find out. So again, nothing's changed. Still need a pass rush. Hutch is the only one doing anything, and that's the way Brad Holmes is going to have it. But if we can get Trey to come to the team, hey, welcome. But we might have to worry about as the postgame show has began. Right now they're interviewing Derek Barnes, and I got it pulled up. We are going to have to do something. I don't think we need to make a move on the offensive line just yet, but the wheels are in motion. This might be Taylor Decker's last year. We're going to have to do something. So anyway, shout out to the Detroit Lions defense for getting it done, and the offense as well. Jared Goff played a great game. It's some things that we got to clean up, though. A lot of things we got to clean up. So those are my thoughts on Terrion, horrible day. Giovanni, horrible day. Give me your best Giovanni nickname in the comment section. I like Giovanni Manure. They like Giovanni non-maneuverable. So you can put yours in the comment section below. Listen, we're fans of the team. This is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be mean and nasty when it's time and be praising when it is, right? But in this case, that ain't happening. He got a lot of work to do, and we'll see how that goes. All right. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. Next week, I will be in Kansas City for sure. Already got my hotel booked. All right. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. All right, we back. Let me see what y'all saying in the comment section below. Giovanni Manu handle. That was good too. Giovanni say big money at Menards. Manu was fine in run blocking, pass protection was iffy. Superintendent, iffy, bro. Iffy? Like it as in questionable? Like you're like there's some good in there? No, bro. Well, this was a sloppy game all around, and our OC needs to clean up everything. Should have beaten the Bengals by 40 points. Giovanni poo-poo. Let me see. Holding a little too long. What should he do? Throw it out of bounds for intentional grounding. What are we talking about? Glad we got the win, but we left a lot on the table. Sloppy game all around. Derek, who is the man on your screen right now? That is the Godfather. We drafted an tackle in the first round. If it was more than iffy, definitely wasn't watching the game. Giovanni, non-factor. No, you got to play on his last name. Jamar Chase was tied for the most. Wait, for the most team tackles at one point. Jamar Chase? Bro, that's crazy. Because of the interceptions, better clean up the O-line. Chris Jones will run right. Terrion, call Terrion, dumb butt. Corey, you're asking JG to run. Terrion needs to go for real. All right. So I have what do you think the Lions should do? Because we talk about like confidence, right? So we know when it comes to a cornerback, it's all about confidence. So if Dan Campbell was to bench him, or it would be would it be Campbell, or you think it would be Kelvin Shepherd? But if he was to get benched, Could it mess with his confidence? I think he should get benched. I mean, I don't know what our choices are, but if we have choices, I think he should get benched because he got confidence for days. The man don't lack confidence. He don't lack confidence. Now, Matt Patricia was just a bum coach overall, and I think that helped destroy Jeff Okudah. But the dude is playing miserable right now. It's time for him. Listen, it's time for him to learn. He got to learn. How long will Reed be out? Reed will be out for a minimum of 4 games. DJ Reed cannot come back until after the game after the Tampa Bay game, right? So DJ Reed, this was his first miss. He's got, after the Tampa Bay, we got today. No, I'll take that back. It's the game after Tampa Bay. The game after Tampa. So he'll be out till mid-November. So the Eagles, we play the Commanders and then we play the Eagles. I think Terrion can come back. I'm sorry. DJ Reed can come back for the Eagles. Terrion is just too slow to catch up when he falls behind on the route. TA is a good catch, but PI, he wasn't getting scored as soon as he was out the game. Okay, Dan Campbell's at the podium.
You know, I told the team, listen, man, it's a good win. Oops, it's a good win. We'll take that. Man, do we have things to clean up? Was it perfect? No, it wasn't. But man, we did what we needed to do. Came in here, and I thought our guys were ready to compete. We fought, and once again, the best thing we did, we played complimentary football, and that's what great teams do, man. And we always find a way, man. I thought our defense came out hot. They set the tone for the game. Thought Shep, man, had an outstanding plan. Those guys were ready to go. What do we have? 3 takeaways. 3 takeaways. Sudden change stops that we had. You know, we throw the pick on offense. They're able to shut them down. We get the safety, you know. And so I thought it was awesome. And then, you know, we end up, when we need help, the offense responds. We go all the way down the field, finish that out, and really just kind of open it back up again. So really proud of the guys, and, you know, it's a good win. And now we got Kansas City coming up. Look, I haven't seen everything. Obviously, I'll know more tomorrow, but you know, I thought Alex was all over the field, came up big for us. You know, I thought Laporta was outstanding. St. Brown was outstanding. You know, Derek Barnes, 7 tackles, the safety, all over the field. There's just a number of guys that we'll get to, but I just know with my own eyes, you could feel it and you could see it. And quarterback played, man, very efficient football. It wasn't better than David Montgomery. You know, David had a perfect quarterback rating, but it was very close by a point. So.
What happened to the mics?
Yeah.
Just how impactful were those? Then turn those into 14 points and ended up being the difference to the end.
Sure was. And that's what we talk about is you know, when you really start getting good at them, you start hunting for them. Our guys are hunting for them. They become contagious. And this is the first time since I've been here that I feel like we're getting them in bunches early in the year. Normally it comes a little later. So, man, I feel like there's blood in the water, man. Our guys are starting to feel it, man. They want to be the next guy who gets the punch out or the strip or the interception, and we're hunting. If the ball's in the air, we're going after it, and that's a tenacious defense. You know, that's what they do, and that's what we're about right now. So, I thought Shep did a great job. Players, man, responded and showed up, and I thought we were aggressive. Thought we hit hard. I thought we hustled. I thought we played pretty smart football for damn near most of that game. You know, it was a couple we gave up, but it's really good, man. Defense really showed up.
What do you attribute the defense?
I'll come back to you.
You know, it's been a couple games now where they haven't been getting the takeaways and the sacks and everything. So what do you attribute that to? I mean, is it something you thought different? Is it just because these guys have vaccinated before?
Yeah, no, listen, it's, you know, as always, we make an emphasis in practice. You know, we've got our every day we do some type of takeaway circuit, just like we do ball security on offense. We start every day right out of warm-up, and we go into those. You know, we coach them, we teach them. We try to highlight it. We try not to we don't want it to be lip service. You know, there's a conscious effort to work at it. And then, man, we showcase these things, man. We show the team. You know, it's important to us. And, you know, we show it in the defensive meetings as well. And so I think there's a pride about it. And I do think we got football guys. You know, I think we have ball guys. You know, BB and Branch and Alex and Jack, man, they're hunting for them. And when you make a conscious effort to go after them, or if the ball's in the air, I'm going, that's my ball. I'm going to go get it. Then, good things happen. They start coming out. So we're in a good place right now, and we're getting them, and we'll take them. We just got to keep working at it.
Coach, I know you guys are already nationally motivated, but when you get to share an experience like this with David Montgomery, and you come home, play in front of his family, how was that? What was the week like going into this week, especially after coming off last week's performance from him as well?
Yeah, we wanted to get David going. I wish we could have gotten it a little bit more. That's just kind of how the day went. But I wanted to get him going. We wanted to get him going because I knew this would be something special for him, and see if we can get him some more work than we did last week. And look, that was a product of the week too. I mean, that was a product of how that game kind of went. It's we didn't want it to be that way. We want to get all our guys touches, man. We want to get St. Brown going. We want to get Ja going, and J-Mo, and him, and Laporta, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. And so it was good to get him a piece of that production to help us. That was good. He got one throwing, he got one running. I thought he started to break it open in the second half, which was awesome. Started wearing down on that defense a little bit, and So that was good in that regard, man. I know that's special for him.
When we talk about heartbeat guys, just where's Montgomery on that, and what does he mean?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Just on heartbeat guys like Raymond last week and Montgomery this week, just what does he mean to you?
Everybody respects David Montgomery, and I think everybody roots for that guy because that guy will do anything for his teammates. Like, he lays it on the line on Sundays. He lays it on the line in practice. Like, You know what you're going to get out of David Montgomery. It's no different than Saint. You know what you're going to get every Sunday out of St. Brown. But David is that guy. Heartbeat, like Leaf, yes. So he's going to do whatever it takes. He'll stick his face up there in protection. He'll run the dirty runs. He'll run downfield to make a block for a teammate in the pass game. He's all fucking team. Excuse my language. But so love the guy. We're fortunate to have him, and he's a stud.
More guys, Tesla, maybe just sort of an under-the-radar play that saving that ball on the goal line. Kick comes on the next play on that special teams.
Yeah, big time.
Another one on Drew Holding special teams. His contributions, I guess, beyond the 1 catches.
Yeah, big time. And really the special teams aspect, we were going to need him to help us out. And, now that Dorse was down.
Hey, yo. So I guess we're a little bit behind. Dan Campbell is going to talk about Taylor Decker. This is not good. It's not good at all. Wow.
And he did, man, huge plays. And then that, the crosser there for the touchdown, that was big, man. Use his size, his length, and snag that ball away for a touchdown. Just thought he did some things. And then when we lost Leaf, now he's got to go in and play. And there'll be some things that he hasn't repped. He may have walked through them, got the mental reps, but you didn't get the physical reps because those were Leafs. And now, Scotty did a great job of moving those guys around a little bit. Okay, listen now, Tesla, you got to go here. You go to the Z. We need Saint. You sit at the F. JMO, you got to go X. This one. Now you go to the Z. He goes there. So just thought they did a great job. But he stepped up for us.
What went into the Decker? Last week, John, Mike, and Sean. How concerned are you going forward?
Man, it just, every week the recovery has not, it's been less and less. He has not been able to quite catch up to, we feel like there's diminishing returns every week. Man, it's just a little, and we just felt like, man, we need to give this guy a little time, and I don't know how long, but this is so we get him back. That's what this is, man. Let's get this thing to calm down. Let's get some strength back in the shoulder to where he feels good. And so all of this is for a positive. We just felt like, man, coming down the wire yesterday, today, man, we need to back off of this and let's be smart with it. And so in that regard, I feel good. Man, up and down, up and down. I thought that he did some good things in the run game. I thought there were some play passes he did a good job. And then there were some that, man, they weren't good. And he'll learn from. He's got to learn from them. And that's what you look forward to, man. You don't want to have a couple of plays where your quarterback gets hit, but at the same token, that's probably the best way to learn too, because you don't want that to happen again. And it's like, man, what do I need to hone up? What can I do better? How do I handle this? But it's, look, that's his first real taste of real football, NFL, true, not preseason. It's real. So So you grow from it. It's good experience.
Mike and Sean, last two. With the way that Manu played, you just touched on it, and answering John's question on Decker, is there any thought that maybe Manu could start against Kansas City, just give Decker a little bit more time to rest?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We're going to look at everything here. Certainly Skip's back. So we'll look at Skip. We brought Devin Cochran today. He's a candidate, and then we'll see where Decker's at. Obviously, that's always going to be our first choice, is to see where Decker is. But I don't want to put Decker out there if it means that we get a couple of games and we don't have him for the rest of the year. It makes no sense. So we'll play this smart. We'll do what's right, and then next man up. If it's not him, it's next man up. Whether that is Manu again, we'll see, or is it one of those other two guys I just mentioned?
Last one.
Yeah, and you talk about things that played out, but I know that's usually every week. But do you feel like in some ways this team is kind of just scratching the surface?
Yeah, I feel like we have a ton of growth left. I do. I think where you get encouraged. I know for me, I said this going into, here we go, man, 2 weeks in a row, and we got 2 wins out of that. Right? You can get frustrated at times about some of the ebbs and flows of the game, and we play so good, and then there's these stretches where but ultimately what I feel good about is what I already mentioned, and that's the complementary football. Man, when we need it most, our defense steps up. When we need it most, our offense steps up. When we need it most, special team steps up. Those are signs of great teams, man, to me. And so we've got that part. That's the hard part. We got that. The other stuff, we can clean that up. And I think in that regard, yes, I think we still have so much growth left collectively that's the exciting thing. So, yes, we do.
You guys left Jared in next. Do you have an update on Revis?
Yeah, Leaf, I'll know more. I don't think – I can't tell you what it's going to be next week, but this does not feel like some serious – that doesn't mean he'll play next week, but it's good news. In other words, I mean, as a matter of fact, he told me that didn't feel too good, but I'm good. So that's what he said.
Guy. Okay. All right. So you heard that. Leaf may not be good to go for next week, but he said that he was good, but he doesn't know if he had a neck issue. Those are tough. Terrion, we was getting a little update. We'll probably know more about him tomorrow. Man, oh man. Like I said, y'all, I can't even be mad at Brad Holmes. I don't even want to be at this point. I can't be mad at him because it seems like at this point is no point. There's no point to be mad at him. Our secondary, we cannot get there. You know what I'm saying? Like from Cam Sutton to Iffy, just time after time, the Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch have been like the most 2 reliable people back there. But I mean, about the secondary, I can stay on Brad about one particular thing. But sounds like Taylor Decker is going to be on as they give who? David Montgomery, the player of the game. Dave Montgomery got the player of the game. Sounds like Taylor Decker's going to be on hiatus for a little bit. C. Poole with the super chat says, I keep seeing we need to trade for. We have no draft capital for a trade. Okay, so C. Poole, I disagree with you. I disagree with you because you always got draft capital, right? It just might not be this year. It might not be this year. So, and plus, depending on who you get, it is what you'll give up, right? So, what do you think Trey Hendrickson is going to go for? Somebody's going to trade for Trey. Like, their season was done when Joe went down. They've dropped 3 in a row. They're going to lose and lose and lose and lose some more. Like, he's done, right? So, is he going to come here? No, because Brad ain't going to do that. Brad is going to trade for probably a secondary, somebody in the secondary. Expect a lot of movement this week. A lot of movement. I mean, we'll probably have a secondary player that we sign. Trey Flowers was, you're talking about getting baptized. The brother was baptized immediately. Came out there right away. So, there's always capital that you can get from somewhere. Injury bug strikes again. Last year was the front 7. This year is the secondary. We have 2 of the top 100 picks next year. See, that's the thing, bro. We don't need out of the top. We don't need them to be next year. We can trade for, we can trade something for the year after that. You know what I'm saying? It depends on who it is. But that's another reason too. Like Brad, if we want somebody in that realm that's going to require I'm assuming that's what, first and second. So I don't know. I don't know what Brad's going to do. Hutch is getting stronger and stronger as the season goes on. Absolutely. So let me ask you guys this. How do you feel about the pass rush? Like, I want to hear what you have to feel. What do you feel? What do you feel about the pass rush? We had one good game, right, against Lamar, which was, again, I said the exception, not the rule. We came out, so we had a game of 4 sacks, 7 sacks, and 3, was it? So, yeah, we got 14 over the course of 3 games. And today, we got, like, it's not even, so we get there, okay, by the same guy. It's the same guy. It's always been the same guy. Now, Aleem McNeil is going to come back. That is probably going to make a difference. But is it really going to, like, none of our interior linemen have sacks, not a single one of them. So our sacks are between, we've got Hutch now has 5 on the season. So he might be up there in the top. Hutch was already in the top 10. He might be in the top 5 now. So Hutch has 5. Then you have, he should have had 2 today. He's got 5. Then you have Marcus Davenport with 1, Al Quadin with 3.5, and you've got Derek Barnes with now 2, I believe, right? And then Marcus Davenport 1. I think it's a safety or something to have. So how are we feeling? Do you still feel it's good? 2 games after the Baltimore Ravens, a game after the Cleveland Browns. Like, there was no reason that we should have sacked him only 2 times. It was no reason at all. We have more sacks than we did last year at this point, but the pass rush is still the same as overall. Okay. Roy says the refs were terrible at calling anything for us defensive line at this point. All 4 of the D-line were being held where Browning was rolling out. Giovanni Dudu. Okay, I like that. Right now, I am at a C+ for the pass rush. Our pass rush isn't going to get us to the Super Bowl as presently constructed. I still think we lose to KC if we play like this, to be honest. Jamar was getting locked up by TA before he got hurt. Come on. Connor, ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. We're not doing that. we not doing that. Locked up. I think we should bring in Cam Jordan as a safety net. You know, I did hear a podcaster mention that today, that the Lions might be in talks with the Saints for Cam Jordan. That would be one of my least favorite moves, but I mean, the dude can still get it done. I mean, hey, whatever. Do it. Whatever. Go get James Houston back. I mean, do whatever. Is a pass rush the most urgent with problems on D-line as secondary? Roy Lopez, did he do anything out there? No. Giovanni was bad. Golf went from, hi everyone, what's up, DB? From no sack to getting sacked a lot. He did, though. Okay, Connor. Why they're afraid of making major moves, I don't know, Jay. We got somebody at the podium. This is JG.
How fun is it when your defense gives you 3 takeaways like that?
Yeah.
Start at the 17 and the 20 or whatever, turn those into points.
Yeah, it feels like the last 2 weeks they've done that for us and given us short fields. And I think we capitalized on all of them but 1 tonight. Want to capitalize on all of them. And it's a big emphasis for us to continue to do is score off turnovers, especially at the clip our defense is getting them. So, yeah, a little area we can be better at, but they're doing a hell of a job.
You guys dialed up the touchdown pass for Darren. I'm just curious, from a player's perspective, how much does it mean when the team puts an effort into giving you a memorable moment in your homecoming game like you guys did for Darren?
Yeah, I don't know if that's why we did it. I think it was just a good play for this week. I think maybe the idea was to get him in the end zone in that way, but I don't know. I think it was really cool for him coming back here, seeing you could see the emotion he was dealing with, and being back here for the first time, I believe, in quite some time for him, and playing in front of some of his family, and it was cool. It was so cool. I wanted him to score so bad. The touchdown that he threw was kind of like, we need to get him in the end zone himself. So when he finally scored at the end there, it was fun.
What's your film breakdown of David's
Perfect.
style and his execution?
1 for 1 touchdown. It's pretty good stats to me.
You guys usually have to kind of wait to see the film, but just maybe on the fly, what you thought of Manning stepping in there? And
I thought he fought his tail off. It's hard, man. It's it's his first game, and everybody's first game. There's going to be mistakes made, and that's what I tried to tell him is, dude, you're not going to be perfect. You're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Like just as long as the next one is better and the next one you learn. I thought he fought hard. I know there's a couple he'd like back, but I thought he did some good things in the run game, and even the pass game there were some good moments too. But he fought.
Opening into Sam Laporta's hot start and just his big day, and how were you able to feed him as much as you were today?
Yeah, it was fun. I think we got him that one early down the sideline. Then he scored later that drive. He's a big part of our offense. And again, we feel like we say it every week, but the more we get him involved, typically the better things are. And today was one of those days for him.
How was it to put a super weapon on Hines and test line? I mean, he had 3 for 3 on his catch. Just talk about the
He had 3 catches?
No, just this season.
Oh, yeah. Sure. No, he has had 3 big catches. He's been great. I think today the Leaf goes down. He has to fill in, play a lot of plays he probably hasn't practiced yet. He had to be studying, and it was cool to have him out there and catch that touchdown. It's great. Yeah, he played well.
You guys seem to play a complementary football. I mean, at least you have that, which maybe is why you're 4-1. Just how important is that for good football teams to play as complementary as you guys have played here to begin the season?
That really is kind of our hallmark these last 4 wins. When we've needed it on offense, they've picked us up on defense. When they've needed some help, we've picked them up on offense. And it hasn't always been perfect on both sides, but it always seems to be at the right moment. One of us is making the play that's helping out the other. Special teams as well. Obviously with last week with Khalif and some of the punts Fox had today were just field flippers are huge. It's really huge. So yeah, we pick each other up. Good teams do that, and good teams win a lot of games in a row, and that's 4 in a row for us, and feels good.
Going back to the test line real quick, just, you've had new receivers and new tight ends come in over time, and you take some time to gain trust with them. Where do you think that you are? How comfortable do you feel with test lines?
Very, very comfortable. His route tree will continue to grow. The stuff that we like him on right now is I'm very comfortable with him and then as we go on, there will be more things that I become very comfortable with him. But he's got great hands. He catches the ball away from his body. For me as a quarterback, that's like the number one thing that makes me pretty confident to throw it to you when you catch it away from your body. He's strong, he's physical, he's fast, he's smart, he does all the right things right. So just as time goes on, he'll continue to get more and more. Good. Let's go Tigers. Go Scooble.
You know what? I forgot about that. What time is the Tigers game? What time does it start, y'all? I forgot all about that. I forgot about Sunday Night Football. Which one are you watching, Tigers or Sunday Night Football? And what time does that start? Because I forgot all about that. It's on now? Okay. It started at 8? Okay. What's the score? Because I finished watching that game yesterday. Okay. All right. So I think that's going to be it. I think they might have another person that they're bringing in. So I'm going to tell y'all this. It's 0-0. Okay, 9-0. Okay. All right, bottom of the first. All right. So I'm going to tell y'all this. It's going to be, I don't know, man. Okay, let me stop looking at Danny Rogers, man, because she did something to her eyes. Danny, she got on contacts or something. She just, okay. All right, let me stop looking at Danny. Yeah, that's going to be it. That's going to be it because we're moving on to the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Football next week. Okay. So, I feel like that the pass rush is more important than ever. I do, because with the way that our secondary is going down, we're going to need it. We're going to need it. And next week is going to be a great example. Like, I think everything that we've gathered over the last 5 weeks, from the Green Bay loss to the 4 wins in a row, to sacking Lamar Jackson, to going against Benedict the Snake, to playing 2 good wide receivers today. We're going to put all that to the test next week. Next week is going to be a showdown. It really is. Kansas City plays tomorrow. We'll get a good look at the good news is the Tigers are off tomorrow, so we'll be able to get a good look at them tomorrow, be able to focus on them. But next week, next Sunday night is really going to show us what this team is. We got to go against Chris Jones. They got what's the dude's name? Karlaftis. They got him, right? They got the fastest wide receiver in the NFL in Worthy, right? So it's going to be, and this was all like, we didn't even have Jamison Williams involved today. He was getting doubled a lot. He was involved in like run plays and blocking, but I mean, it's 2 games that he had a bad game last week and not involved much this week. And they were taking him out of the equation. Next week is going to be a test. I still feel the same way that I feel. If you were to take Trey Hendrickson and you put him on this team, like, it would help out the secondary. Because we don't know who's going to be back there next week. We don't know if Terrion can go. We don't know if the Lions are going to bring somebody off the street. Khalil Dorsey, not that he's that much better. I mean, we're looking at both our starting corners could be out, right? And one is a pass interference magnet. And he is going to be targeted the rest of the season. Well, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, whoever he's on, they're going to be looking for him to I mean, they're going to come out with the flag, right? So I think next week is going to be the key. It's going to tell us where we really are. Can we do Patrick Mahomes like we did Lamar? Can we generate pressure, generate sacks? Everything went well today for the defense as far as like the turnovers. And this was our most turnovers this game. And we left some on the table. I mean, it was a fumble that the dude, okay, what was the play? I think it was it Hutch? Was it the right tackle? One of the tackles was horrible. He was horrible. And somebody came straight through, created the fumble, and because the dude hadn't blocked anybody, he was the first one to jump on the ball. Like he was not engaged in with a blocker, right, with a rusher, so he was there to jump on the ball. So we left some stuff. Then was another fumble that Jack Campbell punched out that was recovered by somebody else, by, the Bengals. It was like 2 turnovers we left. So today was just, the Bengals are a bad football team. Can we do that against, okay, so the Bears were a bad football team. They were 0-2. We beat them. The Bengals, bad football team. The Packers weren't a bad football team. The Ravens are a bad football team, right? So, and last week was the Browns, a bad football team. You're supposed to beat the bad football teams. That's why I was so confident in winning this game, because the stats showed that we should beat this team. And it should have been much prettier than it was. We should have put 60 on them, like real talk. But, sloppy game, miserable stuff. I'm glad we got a safety, but next week is going to be the test. So I'm going to stay on the pass rush. I am concerned about the secondary, but I don't think Brad's going to do anything. If he does, he's going to bring in somebody off the secondary. Like, he could trade for y'all talking about L'Jarius Sneed right now. Like, that's where we at. I mean, Carlton Davis was 2 years ago, right, in the offseason. But I will say this. Outside of what was the only year Brad didn't make a move? Was 2022, right? Because 2021 was the only year Brad didn't make a move at the trade deadline. We traded TJ Hawkinson at the trade deadline of 2022. It was Donovan Peoples-Jones in 2023. 4 was, shout out to Zadarius Smith, got a sack today. Also, James Houston is apparently balling. No, I don't want James Houston. But next week is going to be the test. That's when we're going to see. And I will be there next week. So, okay, how are we going to do this? I leave Friday. I should check in. I'll take you guys with me. And yes, I am going for sure. My hotel is already paid for. So I leave Friday. I'll take you guys with me. On Saturday, we'll probably do the super fans get together. Hopefully they don't run out of beer like they did yesterday in Cincinnati. And then I'll do a pregame tailgate from the hotel. And then we'll do like we usually do. When I come back from the stadium, whenever that is, if you want me to go live, I can go live. And then I get on the road back on Monday. All right. So anyway, let's get on, watch the Tigers, root for the Tigers. Let's hope they take a 2-0 lead. And if you flop between that and Sunday Night Football, man, enjoy. It's going to be a good week, but we got some stuff we got to figure out. Who's going to be over there? Is Penei Sewell going to come over to the left? Dan Campbell didn't sound too confident. I mean, he was being coached, right? But it's obvious that Manu, and shout out to Jared Goff, who literally season could have ended today, and he was still being encouraging. So shout out to JG, man. All right, enjoy the Tigers game. Go Tigers, and I will see you guys this week, man. We'll be live on Thursday, too, for the Detroit Lions Weekly. Good night, everybody.